Hey guys, I wanted to go over the importance of being diversified, especially heading into what has been like a little bit of a turmoil in the recent last couple weeks, if you will, especially in the stock market. So, last week I touched base on the importance of investing and how that can, in real estate, and how that can protect you against stock market volatility. And in this video, I kind of want to reiterate that again. Getting out there, most people, if you're in the stock market and you've seen this last week, it's been pretty devastating, especially those that are reaching that retirement age or maybe have 401ks. And with that being said, even in that position, say you do have a 401k and you're relying on that as your source of income for when you do retire, you can add to that and add more diversification and give yourself something a little bit more reliable, if you will, by focusing on possibly, in these later years or as you're approaching retirement, focusing on acquiring assets such as, investment properties. With that being said, it's another way where I always looked at a 401k this way. You have a lump sum of money, and if you take it out, that's it. But if you have an investment property and you're making $400, $500 a month, you make $400, $500 a month nearly indefinitely, or until you decide to sell. My advice would be hold as long as you possibly can. You will have some ups and downs. You'll have to fix things, do your regular maintenance and everything else. But those are all factored into your return. And you prepare for those moments as well by putting money aside accordingly. And with that being said, I think honestly it's a no-brainer. And if you could start to look at your dollars as employees themselves, and you make them work for you instead of, work smarter, not harder, as everyone says, right? It's the same thing in real estate. So as you're saving money and putting money aside to make your first investment purchase, it's a big deal, and it can be overwhelming and it can seem like a daunting task. But like anything else, when you start something for the first time, you're gonna go through the trials and tribulations, and you're going to get your bumps and bruises, but on the other side of that, there's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel. And you will learn a lot within your first couple of years as an investor, which then you could apply further to acquire more and more assets and be more efficient at it as well. These things can definitely protect you in any stock market volatility situation, and help give you a little bit of peace of mind knowing that you have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever it may be, coming in every month pretty consistently over the next couple of years, alongside your 401k or your current source of income. If you're working at a job right now, maybe you're not near the age of retirement, and the stock market's ups and downs right now doesn't really affect you or matter much at this point in time. But instead of relying on one source of income, you incorporate another avenue, and that is where you're going to see exponential growth in your own assets. It's one of those things, and I've said it in the past, and I say it to my kids all the time. I always use the car as an example. We get our tax return, and the first thing a lot of people do, we go out and we get a new car, right? Yay. It's a good feeling, and you should be happy. But a pro tip, right, as you will, would be to take that tax return money, put it as a down payment for an investment property, and allow the investment property to then in turn purchase that nice car that you were looking for, giving you that peace of mind that you have something that you can be happy about, or whatever the case may be, whatever joy you receive from that type of endeavor. And these are things that I think are oftentimes overlooked, or people think are not possible. And I believe that it's more than possible, especially in today's market and in today's time, to get started. There's plenty of information out there. I want to continue to put out videos that are definitely helpful and can be encouraging to those, especially people on the fence that aren't really sure on which way to go. If you need further explanation, definitely reach out. You could leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll continue to try to put out content that hopefully is helpful to you guys. So hope that helps today, guys. Enjoy.